Have you noticed Lebanon trending all over social media lately? It's early 2026, and Platform X is buzzing with conversations about this small but incredibly complex country. Let's break down why everyone's talking about it. A lot of the viral posts are looking back at Lebanon's history. It's hard to believe, but just a few decades ago, it was known as the Paris of the Middle East. It was a vibrant cosmopolitan nation with a Christian majority, but things started to change dramatically after the 1948 Arab-Israeli War, and in later conflicts, Lebanon took in a large number of Palestinian refugees. Over time, the country's demographics shifted significantly. These changes brought new tensions, which sadly exploded into a brutal civil war that lasted from 1975 to 1990. The war was devastating, fracturing the country along sectarian lines and leaving an estimated 150,000 people dead. It was during this chaotic period that Hezbollah, a Shia militant group supported by Iran, rose to prominence. Today, it's one of the most powerful political and military forces in the country. Many social media users are pointing to Lebanon as a cautionary tale, sparking debates about immigration and what happens when armed groups operate outside of state control. But it's not just history driving this trend. Current events are a huge part of the story. You might remember the intense war between Israel and Hezbollah back in 2024. It caused massive destruction in southern Lebanon and displaced over 1 million people. A ceasefire was brokered by the US in late 2024, which was supposed to see Hezbollah pull its forces back and Israeli troops withdraw. However, the situation is still incredibly fragile. We're still hearing reports of Israeli airstrikes targeting suspected Hezbollah activity in the south. Right now, direct negotiations are happening between Israel and Lebanon to try and solidify the ceasefire and sort out border issues. With UN peacekeepers monitoring the situation, inside Lebanon the challenges are immense. The country is still grappling with a crippling economic crisis and political deadlock, which makes the efforts to rebuild and disarm Hezbollah in the south incredibly slow. It's a really tough situation. Adding another layer to all this are the protests happening in Iran. Demonstrators there have been heard chanting slogans against their government's funding of groups in Gaza and Lebanon, demanding that the focus be on their own economic problems at home. So, as we start 2026, Lebanon is at a crossroads. People on social media are sharing everything from old photos of Beirut's glamorous past to recent videos of destroyed villages. There's a mix of hope for recovery and a deep fear that the instability could return. Many are expressing concern for the country's future and calling for a lasting peace. We'll continue to follow this story closely. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more updates.